Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Donna from Purple Pinky Promises. I'm glad that you decided to join me today. If you're here, say hello. Don't be shy. Say hi. Yay. Okay. I am going to create a card today. It is a 4th of July or a patriotic card. You could create it as a thank you to a service member or a birthday card for somebody who is, their birthday is on the 4th of July. You could it's got some, this is a really cool set, by the way, from Dare to be Artsy. So it's got Happy 4th of July, Let Freedom Ring, God Bless America, which is what we're using. Thank you for your bravery, sacrifice, and dedication to our country. Happy Veterans Day. We will never forget. And then it has this quote from Oliver Wendell Holmes: "One flag, one land, one heart, one hand, one nation, evermore," which is really very nice. And then it's got some stars, of course, in here as well. So we're going to actually do some resist and some masking techniques tonight to create this card. Stencils and yeah, so let's get rolling. The first thing I'm going to do, of course, is continue rolling through these products. That's the Dare to be Artsy Patriotic Sentiments stamp set. I am also using some masking magic from Gina K Designs. Let me tell you what I've done here. I have cut in to, hi Shelly. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. I think I have, welcome, by the way. I have a zero centering ruler, which we can use it to measure. But I cut in a total of 2 5/8 this way into my depth for my stars. And then I cut in, let's see, 2 1/8 inch down. And this is going to be our landscape. We're going to do landscape. We're going to do a flag. And we're going to actually mask some, we're going to mask out to do that. So I completely spaced off. We may have to cut out. I'm thinking here I may end up using this space here to mask off we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'll play it by ear once I get to that point. What I did was, when I cut this out, I had to keep cutting to kind of get it to the way I wanted it to look. It wasn't one whole piece, but if you were to do it as one whole piece, which is the best thing to do, you would use that piece to mask your stars when you're doing your stripes. Just a tip. But because I just kept cutting into it, I didn't get a solid piece. Okay. So the next thing we're going to use is this watercolor stripe stencil from Altenew. We're going to use that for our stripes. And I have, for our sentiment, I have used a banner, this one right here. That's this is from the Frames and Flags die from Newton's Nook. I am using jute cardstock from Keller's Creation. And we are going to use these stencils that are new to the store, which actually this patriotic stamp set is new to the store from Dare to be Artsy, and so is this the Star Duo stencil. So this is really a cool set. It's a 2-piece set, so you get 2 for the one, and it's kind of neat. It's got 2 different types of, let's hold it up here so you can see it. So that set of stars, and then this set of stars. So we're going to use this one today. And I love how it gradiates in size. It's really, really super awesome and cool. So the first thing we're gonna do, and I have purposely used this jute cardstock because I'm gonna kind of vintage this up around the edges, give it a little bit of a vintage feel. We're just gonna do some really interesting things. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm gonna peel this off. Let's see if I got it. Yeah. We're gonna peel this off, and we are going to put this on the card. We're gonna do our stars first. And we're gonna mask this off on our base to get our stars on here. So we want to create stars just up here in this corner. And so I'm going to take one of these foam dome applicators, and I'm going to use VersaMark ink and clear. I'm going to use some clear gloss, embossing powder, and what else am I going to do? I think, oh, we'll use our stencils. Okay, I couldn't find my other, I don't know what I've done with my other static tool, so I'm just going to use this as my static tool to prevent stray pieces of embossing powder. So we just use that, and I'm going to put my stars on here just like so, and I'm going to tape them down. And for those of you who have a stamp wheel, you could do this in the stamp wheel if you wanted to. I think there's enough space here that you could do that. You could do that just fine. So here we are. Oh, by the way, welcome to the jungle. We have a bird's nest up above. So if you can hear that wonderful noise, those are our bird friends that live here. There. We're right above them. So here I am. I'm just going to take some VersaMark and I'm going to go into the stencil and try to get it in there really good. Go look a couple of times around. And we're going to create a resist where this is going to be our blue ink that we're going to go over. And then our jute is going to kind of pop up, which is will be kind of cool. So now we have our stars on there. And we're going to pull this off, and I probably should have put the... John, you're probably going to ask me, what did you do to John? Why is he making that sound? I should have put my powder all over my card, to be honest with you, because now I possibly could have it on my other places. My fan is on pretty high too. I need to kind of turn that down. So now I can see my stars. Yep, I can definitely see them. And I should have put my, yeah, I'm just gonna close that so we don't have it everywhere, but I'm gonna move back here, folks, and try to take one of my brushes and just kind of brush it down. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just getting the embossing powder off my card, the excess, so that I can only have stars up in the corner. I don't want embossing powder anywhere else. So I'm just trying to see it better in the light here. Can't really see it down there very well. Okay. So here I go. I'm gonna kind of wing it here. So I'm gonna heat this heat tool up. I'm gonna heat emboss it, and it's gonna be clear. There we go. You won't be able to see it very well. I'm looking for shiny. I think we have it. I have one star that did not emboss very well. But you know what, guys? I'm okay with that because this is going to have a little bit of a vintage feel to it. Although, I just might touch it up just a smidge. Just to kind of... Let's see. Think. I have one little spot here. Do I really care? That's a terrible thing to say. Do I even care? I kind of do. So I think I'm going to go back over that one star. I think I can get a star. Where are you? Is this the one? Is this it? I'm trying to find the spot that I had. I don't know, folks. I may just roll with it. I was trying to think I could dab it with a little bit of Versa. How can I do that? I don't know. I don't want to just willy-nilly. That's why I was trying to find the spot. But I think... I don't know, folks. It might be too hard to find it. I don't know. So I think I'm going to go ahead with it. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to go ahead with the resist. I don't know where you came from. And I'm going to ink up this area with... And it might be, I think it's going to be okay. If we get a little blue in that star, I think it's going to be okay. We're going to live, right? So I'm using chipped sapphire here, Distress Oxide. And I'm reminding myself not to stress because it's a vintage looking card, right? So we're going to go through and we're just going to go over this because we've got this resist. And you know, this is a fun little technique that's just nice to be reminded that how fun resisting is, and to keep using that technique. It's just fun. It's just a lot of fun. I know I'm gonna try to go for a darker look through here because it is oxide. It's going to lighten up a bit after it dries. So I'm really, really wanting to go dark as I can. And that's just really kind of cool. If you've never done resist, it's really awesome. See how my ink is gonna get in there because I didn't get it embossed completely, but I'm really, honestly, I am okay with it. Really am. So now, I think we're good. Perhaps maybe one more layer of chipped sapphire here. I think we should be good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab a paper towel. We're going to wipe this down so that any ink that's on top of the embossing is going to come off. Should. Although it's kind of getting into the cracks, which is kind of interesting, which I kind of like. So there we go, which is super cool. All right. Now we're going to do our stars and stripes. And so now that I've had a moment to let my brain think about how I'm going to cover this, I have decided that, where did you go, scissors? There you are. I'm going to cut straight across as best as I can. And I'm going to cover this up with what's left. And voila. Well, we need to move it over just a smidge. So now I'm masking my star area. I'm gonna bring this over just a little. And there it is. Now we are masked over here. Some baby wipes. I tried to think of everything before my life, but you know, sometimes the need arises and you didn't realize you needed what you needed. All right, so let's clean that off. And let's do these stripes. I'm gonna pull this watercolor stripes stencil out. We're gonna go right across here. This will be kind of super fun. Got these little distress areas, which is really neat. So I'm thinking, should we go this way with the stencil so we can capture as much? Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Turn in the stencil over. And we will capture as much of the distress as we can. I'm just going to line this up. Just like so. And tape it down. Okay. Did I lose anybody? Are you still here with me? How's our connection? There we are. Is our connection okay? Grab 1, 2. I should have gotten some wider tape. 3. I think I cut off a little here. Still here. Thank you, Shelly, for sticking with me. I'm gonna move that. There we go. Feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Oh, there go the fire trucks. For those of you who don't know, we're right across from the fire station. That's so nice Shelly. Okay, here we go. I have grabbed Fired Brick. I just thought that would be an awesome color. Oh, and before I do anything else, I should probably, as y'all know me, I'm a messy crafter. Let's get this embossing powder down here before we lose it everywhere. There's nothing worse than the feeling of gritty embossing powder. It's up there with, well, I know some people really hate glitter. I'm not a real big, I mean, I'm not afraid of glitter, but if I don't have to use glitter, I won't. But, yeah. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna take this red across here. Just gonna create our stripes. And something else that you could do in this little flag area, gosh, has it been a couple years since I've done that? I'm so looking forward to a Christmas in July crop. Me too. Me too. So, is one of the things that you could do is create a shaker here inside the stars area instead of doing what I did. I actually created some home decor with a shaker. The star area had a shaker embedded into it. It's kind of cool. You should go back and look at that. It's from a couple of years ago. It's sitting right up there. It's kind of neat. You could create this kind of project on canvas. You could do this on canvas, and you could do it for home decor instead of card. This would be kind of fun. Just a small canvas piece where you could pop it up on a display stand, which would be fun. Or you could hang it. Kind of cool. This is going to be so fun. So I'm going to distress it. I'm actually going to distress it with vintage photo around the edges. So let's see what we have here. Oh, that's so super cool, you guys. I love it. Yay. How fun is that? We'll pull this up and see what we get here. That's super cool. Super, super cool. I love it. Yay. All right. So now, let's clean up our mess. How's that? Where's my lid? Always losing my lid. Thank you, Shelly. I kind of like want a t-shirt that looks like this. Wouldn't that be neat to have a t-shirt that looks like that? Would be super cool. Wear it on 4th of July. Yeah. Wipe this off. And now, let's get to distress. Let's distress this with some vintage photo. I'm just gonna take it around the edges with a brush. And this is regular distress ink. And I'm just gonna kinda go around like so, and just kinda hoping it's dry. I may be too soon with it. You can also kind of give it a little bit more like that. Or if you're going to go for a smoother look, like I'm trying to do here, you could do that. Go a little here, a little there. Some areas will have more than others. But ultimately, going for that distressed look. That old flag. You're a grand old flag. And I don't know, you know, we'll probably have to wipe that off, but what I should have done was give it a little bit of vintage before I did the stars. So, I could have gone inside of there with that. That would have been kind of neat, actually. So, there we go. We can also go like this, somewhere like here in the flag, willy-nilly here and there, softly, gently, to give it a little bit more of a distressed look. So there is that. You could take the edges and pattern it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it be like this. And let's clean this up. Let's go towards our sentiment, and then we can pop this on the card base. So like I said, you could use this for a variety of things, card-wise, that is. And today I am looking to do this as a thank you for your service type of thing. So I will stamp the inside. We'll see we'll see how that goes. But I've already set up my sentiment inside a Misty, and I am actually going to do some more resist with the sentiment, which I thought would be very interesting to do. Kind of a play on what we've got here, carrying it on. So let's see, where are we at? Where'd you go? There we are, right here in front of my face. So we're going to take the VersaMark, and I'm going to ink it and stamp it twice. I should have, gosh, Donna. I didn't put down my powder. Yep, that's the story of my life right now, folks. If we have a little stray powder, we have a little stray powder. How's that? So I'm going to pop this up. I did use this Sizzix sticky back sheet to hold it in place inside my Misty. It's kind of convenient to have. And now we're going to put this back in here. Stick my scissors in to hold it down. And we'll get our clear embossing powder. I do have the fans on full blast. That could have been my sentiment dry, or the stars dried earlier. I'm about to say it's going to be what it is. Heat this up again. Go. So one of the things I toyed around with was doing just the vintage photo on this, but I also thought about doing like a blue and red across there and kind of carrying it, but I think I'm just gonna go with, I'm going to try vintage photo first and see how that looks. And then because we're dealing with oxides, we can cover it. We can go over it. So if I don't like the vintage photo, we can do a little bit of red and blue on there too. So let's see what we get. Why not? Why not experiment? If we don't like it, we can always try something else, right? Okay, let's do, where'd you go, vintage photo? Like, what did I do with it? It didn't go very far. There you are. I'm like, it can't go very far. I am gonna get it heavy on the edges because I know that's what I really want, for sure. It's heavy on the edges. I might even scoop it up on the edges here. I'll show you what I mean by that. Take it across my pad like that and just get some darker. My pad is really old. I've had it forever and a day. To get some dark edges. That's what I'm looking for. And I could do that on my, card too. But I'm gonna kind of do this to kind of blend it. Just giving it a random dark here and there. So you can kind of see what that looks like. Now I'm gonna go back in there and fill it in. I don't think it's going to be dark enough. To be honest with you, I think we're going to have to go in with some other colors. So yep, we're going to have to do a little red and blue. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go inside there with a little red and blue. So it will pop. I'm just carefully giving it some blue. And now I'm carefully giving it some red inside there. Where's my red? That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. There it is. Take my blue, give it a little more blue. Really getting in there with the blue. I love it. Oops, wrong one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. I may go around these edges a little darker, this vintage photo. A little more dark. I just want it to stand out a little better over those stripes. Oh, thank you, Lori. Hi, welcome. You just never know what I'm going to come up with here, do you? And I like that. I'll let you get a closer look at it. All right, we will put this in. It pops out a lot like I wanted it to. Perfect. All right, we'll put this on here in just a sec. So don't forget your resist techniques. Get those back out. Those are fun to do. I love the magic of the reveal. It's kind of cool. Masking and resist. All righty. And here, I might go around those edges just a little dark too. I think I will go around those. I'm just looking at this and I'm feeling like it needs to go darker around those edges. I think I'll be happier if I did. Before I go towards the see, after I just clean all that off, it's the story of my life. Yep, that's what I wanted. Definitely what I wanted. You see, it kind of feathers it in when I go back over it. The brush, I really like that. Really like that. That really makes it pop. It was kind of dead and boring around the edges. So we needed a little more life on it. Here, I'm thinking on that blue would be kind of neat. Let's see what we get there. That's what we get. Dirty, messy hands, that's what we get. Cool. Love it. Yes. My birds have decided to be quiet now. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Is it Tanya? Do I say Tanya or Tanya? I can't ever remember. Some people say Tanya and Tanya, but they spell it in such a way that it's pronounced differently. But that's really sweet. Thank you. Makes it look 3D. Yes, it does. All right. Now, we're going to stamp it on the inside. But I have something else I'm going to do before we do that. I'm going to do something fun. Are you ready? Let's take some white. Show you with the box here. I use this for my splatter so I don't get it everywhere. But we're gonna put this in the box and I'm gonna splatter a little white on it. Where'd you go? I thought I had you in here. I did. So we're gonna put this white on here. The Kuretake. This is white gold. And we're gonna throw some of this on here. So all you need to do is put a little bit of your water into your pan. And clean off my brush a little here. And take your brush and kind of move it around in there until your brush has got some good white paint on it. This is pigment paint. And so now we're going to do a little bit of, whoop, we're going to do a little splatter everywhere. Down in the box, not anywhere else. Which is kind of cool. Not on myself, please. I'm going to turn this. Because we're dealing with oxides, it's also going to kind of do that with a paint as well. Kind of pick up there. All right, I'm happy with that. cleaned up. Just don't know if I want to do it on the sentiment so much. What do you guys vote? Should I do it on the sentiment, yes or no? Maybe just a little? Maybe just a little. Well, let's look at it. Yes or no? Listen here, look at it first. It dries pretty quick. Maybe just a tad. I was thinking that too, maybe just a little to kind of bring that same look. Just a smidge, not a lot, just a yes. Just a little bit more. Okay, I love it. Yes, so it doesn't disturb the sentiment, but it's still on there a little bit. I love it. Yep. Perfect. Definitely what I was going for. 3-4 drops. Yep. Maybe 5, 6, 7, but they're teeny weeny. How's that? I do like that. Okay. Really cool. Super. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's super cool. I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Shelly. Okay. What was I was going to do on the inside, a little embossing powder everywhere. I was going to do some stamping. And I was going to stamp in red and in blue. So, take this off. And I was going to say, thank you. For your bravery, sacrifice, and dedication to our country. I think that's kind of neat. So we'll do thank you, kind of up here. Maybe bring it down a little. I'm eyeing it where I want it. About right there. Yep. Okay. So I'll put my card in here. It's going to stick to it, which is nice. Fold that down. And then, so I'm going to do red. I'm going to do the fired brick. I don't know how you do such teeny weeny splatters. Mine would be big blobs. It's all about how much water you use. If you put too much in, it gets too runny, and then you're going to have big blobs. If you have it a little thicker, you're going to have smaller blobs. It does control it a little bit better. You don't. It's about the mixture. It really is. Okay, here we go. Now we can get this. So I'm going to stamp with my Oxide and get the same color scheme on the inside as we have on the outside. Say thank you. And then now we're going to take the blue and we're going to say for your... Yeah, honestly, that's what it takes, is just a little more practice and the feel for how hard to hit. That's another thing. How hard you're hitting makes a difference as well. Bringing this over and up. Straighten it out. Do I have a straight sentiment? Looks good enough to me, right? All right. Pretty nifty. I do like that you can get it, that with oxides, you can get a really nice, crisp image. Just kind of neat. Okay, let's get that to dry. I may just actually kind of dry that with my hand. Actually, wait, I need some stars. Let's use those stars, right? I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, I will be right back. I was thinking I would hand stamp it, but because it is oxide, these oxides, I think I'm gonna go ahead and place them. I should cover this up with the fans being on so much. Okay, let's do these in white. Right here. And then we'll do a blue one here. We'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna try some picket fence. We'll see what we get. We'll probably have to repeat to get it. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. It's not working very well. Nah, we'll just do them in blue. Thought maybe I could get it to show up, but it works better on dark paper. I could white emboss that, couldn't I? I could, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that off and get that blue. I'm gonna do it in blue. I'm gonna do the blue stars. We'll be fine. Chipped sapphire. And I think that's good. Maybe I'll do some more red here. And then clean this up. I think I want to do, I might do some red right here. Just some red stars. Yeah, just like that. Oops, hope I didn't pick that up. The stamp was wet. Take that off. Yes. And now I have to do another star. You know how that goes. think I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it. All right, I think I did it. Let's pop this on a card front. Yoo-hoo. And if you wanted to, you could, you could distress the inside. I don't think it's necessary, because if you're gonna write on it, you just have to be careful about how much you distress it so that it doesn't impede what, you know, what you're writing and that sort of thing. So, glue this down. Have our card ready to go. Hip hip. I think, do I have any, I definitely want some dimensions. I'm gonna go grab some dimension for our sentiment. And that will be it. Have it in here, do I? Yes, I do. Yay, I have some right there. Need a big block to hold that down. And I like my dimension. I prefer the tape so that I can get it all the way across. But that's just me. But I have some right here, so I'll use it. No biggie. Trash can. I'm going to put that right there. There it is. Yay! It's really, honestly, not that hard to do. It was fun. Lots of fun. Yay! I love that old world look. That's really cool. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for chit-chatting with me and actually giving me your feedback. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys do something fun and crafty. You know, it'd be fun to do some decor like this for, you know, on your cupcakes or whatever for your table. It would be kind of neat. So that's something else that you could use this set for. All right. You guys take care and have a blessed rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week. Bye-bye. You're welcome, Shelly. Thank you. Bye-bye.